Lock-in in economics and business refers to a situation where a customer, supplier, or even a firm itself becomes dependent on a product, service, or platform, making it costly or inconvenient to switch to an alternative. In simple words, lock-in means that once you start using something, you are kind of trapped, because changing would involve high costs, effort, or loss of benefits. These costs are called switching costs. A classic example is software. If a company uses Microsoft Office for many years, all employees learn it. Files are stored in that format, and processes are built around it. Switching to another software like Google Docs might be cheaper in the long run, but in the short term, it involves retraining staff, migrating documents, and facing compatibility issues. That pain of switching creates lock-in. Lock-in has been discussed since the 1980s, especially in the context of technology and networks. Economists like Paul David and W. Brian Arthur showed that markets can get locked into certain technologies, not necessarily because they are the best, but because of historical accidents and path dependence. The famous QWERTY keyboard is a great example. It was not the most efficient design, but once it became widespread, the switching costs of teaching millions of people a new layout were too high, so society got locked in. Now, intermediaries. An intermediary is any agent, person, or institution that acts as a middleman between two parties, usually buyers and sellers. The role of intermediaries is to reduce transaction costs, gather and share information, provide trust, and facilitate exchanges. Historically, intermediaries have always existed in markets. Think about medieval merchants who traveled between cities. They connected producers and consumers who otherwise would never meet. In modern markets, intermediaries include wholesalers, retailers, brokers, banks, and digital platforms. For example, Amazon acts as an intermediary between millions of sellers and buyers. A real estate agent is an intermediary between homeowners and potential buyers. Banks are intermediaries between savers and borrowers. By specializing in connecting parties, intermediaries reduce costs, save time, and provide expertise. Now, when we combine these two concepts, lock-in and intermediaries, things get really interesting. Many intermediaries intentionally create lock-in to keep their customers and partners dependent on them. Take Apple's App Store. Apple is the intermediary between app developers and iPhone users. But because of the ecosystem, users face strong lock-in. If you want to switch from iPhone to Android, you lose purchased apps, iMessage, and integration with other Apple products. That lock-in strengthens Apple's role as the intermediary. Another example is financial services. If your business is tied to a particular bank that offers loans, payment processing, and payroll services, switching to another bank could be costly and risky. The bank acts as an intermediary, but creates lock-in through bundled services. An interesting curiosity is that while intermediaries often create lock-in, the rise of the internet has also reduced the power of some intermediaries. For example, before the internet, travel agencies were essential intermediaries to book flights. Now, platforms like Expedia or even direct airline websites reduce the need for traditional travel agents. However, these new digital platforms themselves can create lock-in by offering loyalty programs or personalized deals. To summarize, lock-in means dependence caused by high switching costs, and intermediaries are middle agents that connect buyers and sellers while reducing transaction costs. Together, they explain why firms try to build ecosystems and platforms that both connect people and make it hard for them to leave. It is a powerful strategy for maintaining market power. Up there, I leave you more videos so you can keep learning law. Remember to leave us a like and subscribe.